Hello and welcome on 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Lots to talk about on sport. These are lots of happening over there at AFCON, African Cup of Nations. The quarterfinalists they played. Now we have semi-finalists. Really a very good one for the likes of Senegal, Egypt, not forgetting Cameroon and Burkina Faso, who scaled through. Starting from the first story that we'll look at quickly, starting from AFCON now, we look at AFCON stories where Senegal, they did well. They were able to win their game against Equatorial Guinea. As we look at the result there, 3-1 against Equatorial Guinea. Morocco lost to Egypt, courtesy of Mo Salah with a goal and also an assist. They won that game 2-1 in the Battle of the Arab Nation. And you have Burkina Faso by a lone goal against Tunisia, while Cameroon defeated Gambia by 2-0. Good one for Cameroon, the host nation. They are really making statements. They are the giant right now celebrating. So Cameroon, Burkina Faso, Egypt, and Senegal, they've all qualified. And if you look at the celebration of the teams that they actually won there, well, you look at Mo Salah, where his boot was being dusted by fellow Egyptian player. Good one for Mo Salah, who right now has beginning to show his class as a player. Well, that's a good one from Senegalese player too, celebrating how they were able to win their game against Equatorial Guinea. He's talking about AFCON as the picture speaks concerning that. That's Burkina Faso. They also celebrated their win against Tunisia. They are so happy. And you have to look at the fact that all the teams that played, Cameroon, the host nation, Tokwe Kambi, the man who did the magic, he was able to score a brace for Cameroon as it dislodged Gambia. Looking at the result there over there in Cameroon for the African Cup of Nations, as we move away from AFCON and talk about NPFL, Nigerian Professional Football League. Matches were played match day 9, and also the result on the table we have for you there. Eyimba, they defeated Katsina United as they won at home 2-1. Good one for Eyimba. Finidi George is a smiling man right now. Sunshine Stars, Pomelo Lobby Stars, 3 goals they won there. They really did well. 3-0 ended in favor of Sunshine Stars. Lobby Stars visiting team losing their heartland, and they lost their game against Kano Pillars at home. And news reaching us is that particular loss, the coach has thrown the towel there. He could no longer take it, and he has given up. Talking about Amdala. Well, we move to Niger Tornadoes, who also lost at home against defending champion Akwa United. Kwara United defeated Gombe by 2-0. MFM lost in Lagos to Shooting Stars of Ibadan. Good one for Shooting Stars who came visiting. Rivers United versus Remo Stars ended 1-0 draw. The two teams won't drop the Britain at all. Dakada against Enugu Rangers in Uyo ended in the stalemate as Plateau United pipped Abia Warriors by a lone goal. Wiki Torres of Bauchi defeated Nasarawa United 2-0, courtesy of their former coach Kabiru Dogo, who did well against his former team Nasarawa United. That's football as it went down in match day 9 of the NPFL. Looking at the table, the way it stands right now, you have Rivers United are topping the table with 19 points ahead of Remo Stars. On goal difference, they have the same points, 19 points apiece, but on goal difference, 11 against 8 for Remo Stars as they play 1-0 draw in their game. Well, Rangers International are third now with 16 points after playing their own game, match day 9. You have Eyimba International fourth of 16 points also. Plateau United, Wiki Torres on the same point of 15, 5 and 6 as they are. Akwa United. You have Akwa United, Kwara United, Sunshine Stars. Those wins they had has actually propelled them to 7, 8, and 9. While Kano Pillars, the Mesugida guys are really coming up. They are 9 in 10th position with 13 points after playing 9 matches with -3 goal difference there. Nasarawa United are 11th on the log with 12 points, alongside Shooting Stars of Ibadan, who won away to MFM. Lobby Stars 13, 14 Abia Warriors, and 15 Gombe United. And for taking from the bottom of the table, MFM that lost against Shooting Stars in Lagos are standing down there with 20 after playing 9 matches with 6 points. Heartland, you have Katsina United, Niger Tornadoes, and Dakada in that pecking order from bottom to 16, 20 to 16 there. Dakada, Niger Tornadoes, Katsina United, and Heartland. That's how it went down in the Nigerian Professional Football League match day 9. As the table stands right now, the big boys are beginning to make statements. Kano Pillars are now 10th, Nasarawa 11th. You have Remo Stars, Rivers United, Rangers, and Eyimba really standing top there. The top 5, Rivers, Remo, Rangers, Eyimba, and Plateau United alongside Wiki Torres. These guys are really coming, and the big boys are showing why they are the best in the NPFL. Just giving you the glimpse of what actually happened in the Nigerian Professional Football League match day 9. Now we'll be looking at a particular event that happened over the weekend, titled Dambe Fight Night. This is a traditional sport that a lot of people really love to watch. Now we have Dambe for you there, Dambe Sport. Quickly, as we look at as it went down, well, I think they'll have a little mix up there. Well, let's go on the short break. By the time we return, we'll be unveiling our guests in the studio.
About to go down, about to go down. Wow. What? In the snooker, we got this one, Tiam. Ladies and gentlemen, the dark guy is fucking fast, man.
We wanted to promote sports in Nigeria, and SWA Sports is a company that was founded from the passion and the love for sports in general. But there's a gap in sports in Nigeria, and we're trying to fill that gap.
How does an Igbo man with an English accent end up promoting a northern sport? It's just for a love of combat sports. My background's in kickboxing, so I've always appreciated fighting sports. And we started African Warriors Fighting Championship 3 years ago. And that just started because we saw this amazing sport in Dambe. Not enough people knowing about it.
Wow. Small body, big engine.
Like it was
This referee get action fast with the fight.
What body shot?
Oh boy. Almost see hand like mortar. These two, sorry. Wow.
Just saw their fights. This is African Warriors as they were actually fighting there in Dambe fight. It was a fight night here in Abuja as different Dambe fighters came competing in that particular event. It was a good event where a lot of Dambe fighters from Kano and Nasarawa showed their talent in this particular sport. Traditional sport at its best over there at the event center. Well, a good one there. This is not WWE, this is African Warrior. Well, I have with me two gentlemen in the studio who will be talking about this particular event as it went down and what motivated them to organize such. I have with me Maxwell Kalu. Good to have you, Maxwell.
Morning.
Good morning. You are the CEO of
African Warriors.
African Warriors. You talk about that. Let's go straight. So Idris Shoaibu, good to have you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, now looking at this particular event, you can say this is Africa WWE. In fact, stronger than the Americans are fighting. Because they try it, one blow, they are down. Now, starting from you, Maxwell, what motivated you to actually go into organizing such a magnitude of an event?
We just think it's such an exciting time for sport, such an exciting time for African sports, and local traditional sports has a role to play. Dambe is already blowing up around the world. So my organization, African Warriors Fighting Championship, we make content featuring Dambe, building a global fan base, having hundreds of millions of views across the world. But we also thought that it's time to bring this to new audiences at home. So we partnered with SWA to do this event, a first of its kind event, where we brought Dambe fighters from around Nigeria, the best fighters, champions, to compete in the heart of Abuja.
So that was actually what made you to go into it. And it was in collaboration with SWA or thereabouts? SWA, Idris Shoaibu, we have to talk to us about this.
Absolutely. It was a collaboration between SWA and African Warriors.
Okay.
And we saw exactly what they were trying to do was in line with what SWA was trying to achieve also as an organization, which is bringing out the grassroots sports in Nigeria and also Africa as a whole and taking it internationally for the global stage to see what we have, because the raw talent is exactly here in Nigeria. And you tend to see it in all sports around the world that Nigerians are the most dominant athletes in every sport these days. So where do they come from is the question, right? And this is raw grassroots right here with Dambe. I
love the fact that you use the word grassroots, because that's where you can actually catch them young. These fighters, they came from Kano and Nasarawa. How were you able to get them out to come and participate in this particular fight?
Yes, I think Maxwell with African Warriors have already gone around the country and visited most Dambe locations and are well aware of all the fighters that are fighting around the country, and them just going around and getting the best of the best from each and every unit of fighters and bringing them together here was the whole essence of this particular event.
We knew that to pull this off, to really introduce Dambe to new audiences in Abuja, we had to have the best. Definitely. So we did just that. We operate camps around Nigeria where we have Dambe fighters fighting every day. So we drew champions from around there, and then they represented Kanu, Nasarawa, and it was an amazing event.
Okay, now you were able to pull this off, and it actually went well. This is the first time, or you've done it before? This
was our first event in Abuja, first event in collaboration with SWA Sports, and certainly the first of many.
And I saw so many organizations partnering, including Trust TV was there to partner. And getting these on a stable of African Warriors, SWA Sport, is it going to be a continuous event?
Well, we had such a great reception, both online and both from people who attended. So there's definitely demand for it, and we want to continue building this sport, so we have to do more events.
Okay, let me pull you guys off these your seats now. Do you know the history of Dambe? Have you checked the history? Did you check the history of Dambe?
Yes.
Can you tell people that you know what you actually sponsor?
Certainly. So Dambe is a sport older than all of us here by thousands of years. So traditionally, it's traditional Hausa boxing, and its roots come from warfare. So many of the terms in Dambe speak to that still. So Dambe, the rules is you can only punch with your wrapped hand, and you can use your unwrapped hand to block, and you can also kick. So that comes from warfare. That hand is wrapped, is called the spear. Your unwrapped hand is called the shield. A knockdown or knockout is called a kill. So through the years, it now went from a way of preparing for warfare to a way of entertainment, where groups of men, usually butchers, would travel around different towns going to challenge the men of that village they were in. And now we have Dambe now, where it's a sport that's been refined over hundreds of years. There's still some work to do in terms of packaging it, in terms of tweaking it, but you have this sport with a deep, deep culture, which, as I said, predates all of us hundreds of years.
Good one. At least it shows that really you've gone to check the history of the sport we are promoting, Dambe as a traditional sport. You have something to say, the way you nod in your head.
Yes. So, you know, just to add to what Maxwell just said, you tend to see also the music that is being played while they're fighting. It's kind of like a motivation and, you know, a thing that uses, that, you know, gets into their mind and gets them into a moment where
these are the drummer. We can see the drummers now.
Absolutely, you know, you see the drummers motivating the players and the fighters. You know, this is the kind of the same thing with war. During the times, you know, of war times, you know, you tend to see soldiers always playing music and, you know, getting themselves gingered before they get into the war ground. You know, so I think, you know, everything just works together as kind of like a war type of setting, but then turned into a sport.
Now, during this event, I saw at least about 10 fighters from Kano, 10 fighters from Nasarawa, and according to what Maxwell said, that he's gone around, they've picked the best to come up to do these fights. During the fight, I saw there was a particular fighter that was actually taken off the arena. How is he?
He's fine. That was a dislocated shoulder. Dogan Aleka representing Nasarawa. A great fighter, but as we know with any sport, football, rugby, American football, there are injuries. So we had some great partners on ground, Sports Assist, who were helping keeping all of the fighters safe and healthy. So he had a dislocated shoulder. He's fine now. I spoke to him yesterday.
Good one there, that at least he's fine, and we are happy to hear about his health. And this sport, we have other local sports, traditional sport like Langan, all that, Ayo and all that. Is there, do you have any plan to go into other, or just want to focus on only Dambe?
Well, as for SWA, you know, Dambe is just the first of many fight nights and the first of many sporting events that we're trying to do. And, you know, this is just the beginning of the goal that we have, which is, you know, bringing the sports institutions and taking them to another level within this country. And definitely, you know, we have major plans. Obviously, we can't speak about that right now,
yeah,
but
of course.
Definitely, you know, we have major plans to, you know, get involved in every sport that is grassroots and is local to us and take it to a level where the international world, just like how, you know, American football has been spread across the world because it comes from America. This is how sports like Dambe is going to spread across the world, and everybody would know it as Dambe from Nigeria.
Good one there. Now, African Warrior, that name sounds so close to it's like you can just just exchange it to be like African Warrior. That name, where did you get it from? The way you bring it together?
That's what we do as a business. We're celebrating and building African Warriors. So we're trying to raise standards in the sport. We're trying to give these guys new access to fans, to make money, to improve their lives. So, you know, our name very much is a personification of our goal. We're celebrating African Warriors, we're raising awareness about them.
But it's only in Nigeria that you're doing this for now? Or
well,
you're moving across?
Warriors. So we've started with Nigeria, home for us. We've started with Dambe, of course, you know, such an exciting, engaging sport. And we definitely have plans to expand across Africa. But for now, Nigeria is home, and Nigeria is where we're focusing on. Now,
how do people outside Nigeria, at least we've been getting some information that people want to support or join, there be good communication between your company and other international bodies?
Certainly, and that's one thing that I think a lot of people will be shocked at. Dambe, which a lot of people say is local, grassroots, which it is already making huge waves across the world. So we have a big part of our viewership is coming from the US. We have a lot of fans in Europe. So people from around the world are noticing Dambe. This is our karate. This is our MMA. So people are very much engaged. And I would just say to anybody who wants to hear more, see more, go to our website, AfricanWarriorsFC.com, Instagram @AfricanWarriorsFC, get in touch.
To talk about Dambe, we've also had two gentlemen in the studio talking about this traditional sport, Dambe, well, in person Maxwell Kalu and Idris Shuaibu, who really did well organizing such a sport. Well, Aisha is not here, the friend of SWA.
Yes, and her apologies.
Seriously. Well, we just have to let you have a little glimpse again of that particular fight as it happened at Dambe Fight Night. We'll be right back after this timeout.
Yeah, the dark guy is fucking fast, man.
We have 7 minutes more, so.
We wanted to promote
fighting sports, and we started.
to go down for this. It's beautiful.
About to go down, about to go down. Wow. What? In Sunuka, we got this one, Tiam. Ladies and gentlemen, the dark guy is fucking fast, man.
We wanted to promote sports in Nigeria, and SWA Sports is a company that was founded from the passion and the love for sports in general. But there's a gap in sports in
All that. Let's have a feel of traditional wrestling. Dambe, the fight that is best. Over there, the fight nights organized by SWA and also African Warriors in collaboration with other organizations. And that fight went down so well. A lot of fighters from Kano State, Nasarawa State came. They won, they did well. They fought like lions and warriors, and they were able to win their games. And we've been talking with two gentlemen in the studio, Maxwell Kalu and Idris Shuaibu, who have been talking to us concerning that particular sport, how they want to make sure the sport go global and is really moving, making waves in the US and also in Europe, to let you know that grassroots sport is no longer local sport, is international. Maxwell Kalu, your advice to youth out there concerning taking sport seriously?
I think sports is a portal for changing one's life. And of course, Nigeria, it's not always the easiest, and we haven't always been the most supportive of it. But if you look around the world, Nigerians are excelling in sports. We have the most, if the UFC, the Apex Combat Sports Organization, 2 of 8 champions are Nigerians. Look at Anthony Joshua. We have champions around the world. So it's a really exciting time for Nigerian sports. So I would just say anybody, if you're interested in sports, just apply yourself. It's not always easy, but there are organizations like SWA, organizations like African Warriors who exist to try and boost the profile of sports and try and support Nigerian youth in achieving their sporting goals.
And to you, now we talk about to the youth now, he has done that. Now what about the parents and guardians who at times see sport as, oh, don't go there, don't do it, it's this, it's that. What would you say to such parents or guardians?
I think a lot of our parents tend to forget how much sports bring people together. So we focus so much on education, which definitely we should, but you should also give an avenue for a child to make a decision to go into something that he loves so much, he or she loves so much, and get into that affair and thrive into it. Because with sports, it's something that is natural for a human being. It's not something that you even learn sometimes. You just apply it and you just see that you know how to do it because it's a natural feeling and it boosts your endorphins and everything and makes you so excited. So and today the fact that we have seen that there's a new diversified economy built through sports today is something that parents I think need to study more on and need to see on it. And if they apply their children into these type of situations, they would not regret it at all.
Good one there. Well, we've been talking with Idris Shuaibu from SWA Sport and Maxwell Kalu, African Warriors. Both came up together and they organized Dambe Fight Night in conjunction with other organizations like Trust TV. We were there and we saw that game live. What a wonderful fight night. I want to appreciate your time with us. Kalu, good to have you once again.
Thank you for having me.
And Idris, thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you very much for having us.
Yes, to let you know before we go quickly, in Nigeria, and Odioni Gallo has finally moved away from Al-Shabaab, the club that did not allow him to join AFCON Nigerian team there. Now he has joined Al Hilal, also of Saudi Arabia. Good one for Odioni Gallo. We will be wrapping up the show right now. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Always do sport because it's fitness and business. Thanks for watching.